IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon.
Oh boy. Just, oh boy. Wow. This has got to be the greatest, most epic Christmas special that was ever made. That's right. I call a Christmas special epic. A movie about a reindeer with a red nose and talking snowmen is epic. Wow, just wow. This is the friendship is magic of Christmas specials. It is that good. Wow. Man. I could watch this like, wow. Like, you have to see this. This cannot be missed out on. This is so good. It gets epic, it gets dark, it gets intense. There's peril. It's like lives are at stake. Wow, like I can't believe I'm saying up this about a Christmas special, and it's a crossover between Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph's reindeer. I mean, wow. So I'm just gonna say this. Spoiler alert. I don't want you to be spoiled for this. I want you to go and see it for yourself. It's on YouTube somewhere. You'll find it. And I think they play it on Christmas in December. I think you might find it on ABC or sometime. Trust me, you do not want to miss this special. This is a good special. It's like, man, like so much is happening. There's so many characters, so many villains. Like, this is a Christmas special done right for all ages. This special will take you in. So, I'm going to outline the things that make this special so awesome. I am not technically going to exactly tell you how it ends. Technically, I'm just going to like explain the key points. Because I don't want to spoil it for you. Like, the ending is good. It's all good. I'm just going to touch on a few key points that probably will spoil it for you. Just listen, and then hopefully I can be with you to see it for yourself, see the whole thing, and be awesome just like I am. Okay. The first part is the origin story they give to Rudolph's nose. Wow. Just wow. The story they come up with. It feels like I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Avatar. Or some kind of... Wow, it's just... Okay. Rudolph is basically the chosen one. The vessel of magic power. The fated hero. Like... Okay. According to this movie, thousands of years ago, an evil wizard king named Winterbolt ruled the North Pole. However, Lady Boreal, the Queen of the Northern Lights, used her magic to lock the evil King Winterbolt away. However, to make sure that if he would return, he could be defeated, Lady Boreal took the power and magic of the Northern Lights and put it into Rudolph, giving him his red nose, and also a snowflake-shaped birthmark on his hoof. Huh, they added that in. Well, anyway, and now, finally, after all these thousands of years, Winterbolt is free, and he has plans to trap Santa Claus and take his power. He also plans to steal Frosty's hat in order to make an army of evil snowmen to take over the world. Wow. Just wow.
Long ago, when the pyramids were still young, Egyptian kings played a game of great and terrible power. But these shadow games erupted into a war that threatened to destroy the entire world, until a brave and powerful pharaoh locked the magic away, imprisoning it within the mystical Millennium Items. Now, 5,000 years later, a boy named Yugi unlocks the secret of the Millennium Puzzle. He is infused with ancient magical energies, for destiny has chosen him to defend the world from the return of the Shadow Games, just as the brave pharaoh did 5,000 years ago.
That fit perfectly Like, that fit perfectly with this. Like, do you see a... Wow! Like, they created an epic backstory that made sense, that excited you, that put you in anticipation, and boy does it deliver. Wow, like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, I'm just highlighting the good parts, but it's just, wow, this just fills you with excitement. Of course, it's not all excitement, because the main sort of plot of this movie is that Rudolph and Frosty are trying to save a circus by joining as guest stars. But see, that ends up playing a role in Winterbolt's plans as well. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but I gotta admit, there's a lot of humor, a lot of action, a lot of excitement, and there are so many characters here. Of course, we get Santa Claus, Frosty, Crystal, and a bunch of other characters. And okay, I have to admit, there aren't any real Rudolph and Reinder characters. We don't see Hermie or Yukon Cornelius or even the Snow Monster. But we do see characters from Rudolph's Sunny New Year, which is always nice. And there's also a character that comes in later, but that won't be a spoiler because he kind of plays an important role in the climax. And another thing, I like this because there's so much going on in this story. Like, there's a romance, there's a crime scene kind of thing, and you're not gonna believe this. There's a scene that takes place in an evil bar for Christmas villains, I suppose, because everyone there is apparently ice and snow related. Like, seriously, I'm surprised Mr. Freeze was in there. Well, anyway, Winterbolt goes to this evil hotel, bar, prison place, and he recruits this guy. This is Scratcher. He is Rudolph's polar opposite. He's like Rudolph's foil. Like, this guy is 100% evil. Again, the villains here are good. This guy is sleazy, nasty, a thief. Like, he is just no good at all. And that's what helps. Like, Winterbolt is recruiting these sleazy, evil villains to create this kind of complicated plan. Like, it's almost like Inception or Memento. Like, this plan Winterbolt comes up with is complex. It's complicated. It's like this Christmas special doesn't talk down to its audience. Like, it expects you to follow along. This special is intelligent. The evil plan is awesome. The way it's foiled is pretty good. It's like, and every character is just right. The reactions, like the people at the circus, Winterbolt, the evil guy who wants to buy the circus, who also ends up working for Winterbolt too. Like, Winterbolt is the ultimate chess master. He's able to orchestrate so many things to get what he wants. His plan involves destroying a circus, destroying Rudolph's nose, and getting Frosty's hat in order to create a snowman army to take over the world. I mean, this is just amazing. Like, wow. And of course, I have to admit, the only problem with this movie is that Rudolph is too innocent at times. Like, there's one time where he gets tricked and you're like, come on, Rudolph, you're smarter than this. No. But that's the only problem, really. And of course, the songs. Can't forget all the songs. What is a Rankin Bass without the songs? And of course, they don't disappoint. The songs are great. So is the animation. Seriously, this animation aids well. Like, even by today's standards, this animation is good. And what's better is that unlike in that horrible first Rudolph movie, which was terrible as I said, in this movie, no one is really a jerk except for the villains. That's how it's supposed to be. Everyone acts normally. They react logically. When something bad happens, then they turn. Well, again, I don't want to spoil it. Something happens that causes... it's a plot point. They're not just mean and rude and cruel just for the sake of being mean, rude, and cruel. The villains are that way because of the villains and they're trying to gain their selfless goals. And the good characters act like normal people. So yeah, this was a million times better than that horrible Abomination first movie. This was the greatest Rudolph movie ever. It's the greatest Frosty movie ever. And it's the greatest Christmas movie ever, period. I mean, sir, I do like the Dodoro Boy, I do like Charlie Brown, but this is more like action-packed adventure kind of thing. This is just fun, excitement, and amazing storytelling, amazing animation, amazing songs, amazing characterization, amazing villains. Oh my gosh, Winterbolt is such an amazing villain. Like, that's all I can say. I do not want to spoil this. Like, I can't do an in-depth review of it because I feel like I'd be robbing you of watching yourself. Go, watch this movie. This movie is great. This movie is incredible. It's like the greatest Christmas special you will ever see in your entire life. I guarantee you. It treats you smart. Does not talk down to its audience. This is the friendship is magic of Christmas specials. I'm Matthais Unidostres. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. God bless you.
I've got brains to burn, no ordinary AI in this ball. Every culture and philosophy I've read up on them all. I've been living in your shadow for 99999, keeping tabs on every machination and production.